So today we're doing a deep dive on the DVDO Xtend-USBC-USB-WW-1. And visually, it's about the most boring thing you can imagine. It's just a white wall plate.
It is. It's definitely a case of utility over vanity.
But if you're a systems integrator or, anyone who manages AV for a living, this little plate is basically a cure for a massive headache.
Well, that's it. We always focus on the big flashy screens and the cameras, but it's the invisible infrastructure, the stuff in the walls where projects usually fall apart.
And this is designed to fix one of the biggest limitations we face, the actual physical limits of USB.
Precisely.
Because we all know USB 3.2 just it dies after maybe 3 meters.
Yeah.
But this thing claims to push a signal 100 meters.
Right, using HDBaseT technology. It maintains a full 5 gigabits per second throughput over 100 meters. That's 328 feet.
To put that into perspective for everyone, that's like laying a skyscraper on its side.
It is. You could literally have the computer in the basement and a camera in the penthouse.
Yeah.
And the signal integrity holds.
And at 5 GBPs, we're not just talking about a keyboard and mouse anymore.
No, absolutely not. You're extending serious bandwidth-heavy peripherals. Think 4K webcams, high-resolution touch panels, all without compression artifacts.
Okay, but the feature that really, the thing that stood out to me for a corporate setup is the dual host capability.
Yes. The transmitter plate has both a USB-C and a USB-B input.
So you can have the room's dedicated PC always plugged into the USB-B.
Exactly. It's always there, always on. But then a presenter walks in with their own laptop.
And they just plug into the USB-C port, and the system auto-switches everything.
It just hands off all the room's peripherals to the new device. No crawling under the conference table, no frantic calls to IT. It just works.
That's a huge quality of life feature. And what about on the other end, at the display?
The receiver side is pretty robust, too. You get a hub with 1 USB-C and 3 USB-A ports. Plus, there are 2 more USB-A ports back on the transmitter wall plate itself.
So it's like a distributed hub almost.
You could think of it that way.
Now, from an installation standpoint, I saw it has bidirectional power over cable. I'm guessing that means I only need to find a power outlet at one end of that 100-meter run.
That's it. You can power it from the receiver end, behind the TV, where you've got power anyway, and it sends the juice all the way back through the CAT6A cable to the wall plate.
Keeps the visible areas looking clean.
Right.
But power is one thing. Data integrity, especially for real-time video, that's the real trick at that distance. The spec sheet mentions hardware acceleration for isochronous transfer.
And that is the absolute secret sauce for professional AV.
Explain that. What does that actually mean?
Well, isochronous transfer is the protocol for any time-sensitive data, like a video stream from a webcam. With cheaper extenders, data packets can get bunched up or delayed.
And you get that dreaded lib flap where the audio doesn't match the video.
Exactly. This hardware acceleration is like a dedicated express lane for that video data. It ensures the timing stays perfect even at the full 100 meters. The webcam feed feels local, even if it's coming from across the building.
They also threw in RS-232 pass-through and something called FSYNC GPIO. That feels a bit overkill for a standard Zoom room, doesn't it?
It does push it into industrial territory. FSYNC is for synchronizing a camera's shutter with external things, like a lighting system or maybe a part on a conveyor belt.
So they're not just thinking about offices.
No, they're building for medical imaging, for automation, for places where timing is absolutely critical.
So for around $700, you're getting this plug-and-play box that solves this massive distance and power problem for modern USB devices.
It's the bridge. It connects the place where the device needs to be with the place where the computer actually is.
It's a really good reminder, we walk into these incredibly sleek, minimalist conference rooms that look completely wireless.
Yeah, but behind the drywall, it's packed with these complex digital highways making it all happen.
Which raises an interesting thought. As we keep pushing for these cleaner, almost magical user experiences on the surface, how much more complex is the engineering getting behind the scenes?
We are trusting an enormous amount to that invisible layer, to the cables and the hardware that we can't even see.
Something to think about the next time you plug into a shared display. That's all for this deep dive.